morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. Happy Monday. I hope you guys all had a great weekend and are excited to be back over here. We have a very, very, very interesting week ahead. If you guys read the newsletter that came out yesterday, you've got a really, really nice precursor and almost like a little preparation for what we're going to be dealing with this week. Those of you guys that were hanging around here last week, I mean, you guys saw the nasty DraftKings trade, the RKT trade. Friday afternoon, I'm a little bit upset because I was not at my computer and there was just an absolutely filthy trade from the day trading mastery course that all of you guys were sending me, like gains that after you guys took the trade, you guys were sending me your wins and everybody's like, did you get it? Did you get it? And I'm sitting here away from my computer like, missed it. So again, we're going to see if we can catch some of those this week, but it's that time of morning, ladies and gentlemen. Say good morning to somebody in the live chat. If you would like to say good morning to me as well, I would love to say good morning to you guys. Let's do a little bit of a roll call. And as always, if you guys wouldn't mind hitting that like button on the way in, costs you guys nothing to do it, helps me out a whole lot, spreading these streams out to some more people. You guys have that 150 like threshold today. If you guys do want to extend the streams, again, it's Monday. Let's get after it. We have a lot of potential setups to look through as well. And shout out to Techno over here coming in, becoming a member of the channel. I appreciate that, buddy. Who do we, sorry. Ooh, I'm coughing over here. So who do we got? We got Techno, Cage, Thos, Michael, Dr. Bob, All Function, No Style, Starsky, Eddie, Jay. All right, this is going to be hard for me. The Buck got flashed. What's up, man? How you doing from South Africa? Welcome, welcome, welcome. So, you guys on the Swing Kings list, those of you guys that are in the Swing Kings course, I sent you guys the ticker list for this week. There are a couple of them that I'm a little bit more interested in. There are a couple of them that need a little bit more time. Some are more risky than others, which I kind of outlined a little bit for you guys, but not really. But we'll be talking about those through this week as well. I'm still holding the RKTs. They're free. I mean, there's nothing I really need to do with this. If it wants to come up and break above this 15 area and hit 1520, great. If it doesn't, whatever. I've already made money on the trade. China. Yeah, China's coming down. No, I mean, we trade future stocks and options around here, guys. So, I mean, we can talk about gold GLD in terms of like the index and just an overall macro perspective, but we're not going to be looking at that. Sorry. I don't trade it, so there's no real reason. There's no, and you guys will see, like, especially when we're talking about the swings, if it doesn't fit my setup and we're looking at a chart, I just don't care. And that's one of the main reasons why we're able to have success is we're so like laser focused on what we want to accomplish in the market. And we don't let any other noise really affect our mission here. But yeah, let's see. What are we looking at today? We'll see. I actually, I tweeted out that I was probably going to get stopped out of the NMND trade. I didn't, so they left me in there. So we'll see what happens with that today. And then I have the RKTs, and then that's really it. So I want to see what happens with this. My entry on RKT was like around here, 1310. We hit that first take profit, was able to scale out over 200% on those options. So that position's now free. Locked in a little bit of gains on top of that. Just kind of wanted to wait to see if this thing can travel all the way up here, break these upside levels. I mean, my contracts expire in April, so I don't really have to do much until then. eBay's an interesting one. We got Twilio. That's an interesting one as well. Kava's probably the one that I am the most interested. This thing has been respecting everything that we do very, very, very well. So if we can get this break over a couple of these levels up here at some point this week, it doesn't have to be today. I'd definitely be interested in probably a shares trade though. I mean, you guys saw it last time that I wanted the Kava shares versus the options on it, just because the options were moving a little bit weird. Let's see. Jason, what's up, buddy? How you doing? But yeah, that's basically what we're looking at today as a whole. ES coming down a little bit in the pre-market. I mean, we're down like basically 1/3%. We're trying to come back to the upside. We'll see. I mean, the other interesting thing too is that as we go into tax season, it's very possible that you could see some like weird positioning, people selling things in order to pay taxes. And then either when people come out of tax season, they might think, oh, I have so much more money to play with. I might as well put that back into the market because it's free money. Or it could happen on the other side where people are realizing that they owe a little bit more money to the government agencies, and then they gotta, take some money out. So we'll see what happens there. Kava's chain looks a little bit juiced. Yeah, it kind of is. I just kind of want to play around with the shares on it. I mean, I want the shares anyway, so we will see. Funny thing on AMD and Intel news, Financial Times reports the Chinese government will restrict buying it, but why not NVIDIA? Curious on it. Different chips for different purposes. The thing wasn't like China's going to be restricting AMD and Intel from selling chips anywhere, which is probably coming. I don't know, but it's on government devices. So it's not like people were like, oh my god, 22% of AMD's revenue is coming from this. Like obviously it's not good, but it's not 22% of their revenue that's getting wiped out overnight. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens there. That could also increase chip supply in the US because if there's less demand over in China, maybe we're able to get our hands on some more chips. Who knows? Who knows? Like we've heard from like the Nvidia CEO and some of the other chip CEOs that there are still supply chain issues and overall supply issues with some of these products that they offer. So I don't know. We'll kind of see what happens with that. I mean, they've definitely loosened up a lot since the pandemic. We're gonna have to wait and see on that one. Government devices and servers. Ooh, that makes it a little bit worse. That does not help. So we'll see. AMD was down a decent amount, I believe, in the pre-market here. They could be selling off even more. I don't know. Yeah, 173.14 down through 3.6%. No fun on that one. No fun on that one. eBay looks interesting. TLT down a little bit here. I don't know. I mean, any other tickers that you guys want to look out for that are fitting exactly how we like to trade, especially from what I've taught you guys in the Swing Kings course, let me know. I mean, remember, I can find most things, but I can't find absolutely everything. So if I missed something when I was going through everything this weekend, let me know, and I'd love to take a look at some setups there. So the news is not detailed. Yeah, I mean, it's not good, obviously, but it's not like, oh no, end of the world. That some people were trying to say on Twitter. So we'll see. I mean, I don't really know what's gonna happen. I still have those covered calls out there. I don't know. We get a pop. I might take some of those shares off, but we'll see. ES, I mean, again, but for also, so we are probably gonna have to switch around the mastermind schedule this week. We're definitely doing it tonight. We're definitely having mastermind tonight. So instead of Tuesday, Wednesday, we're doing hopefully Monday, Tuesday. But my aunt did pass away, so I will have to be traveling. And then this is kind of, I believe, a short week. I'm going to be traveling anyway, but I'm going to make sure that we get this mastermind out for you guys. So I'm going to do it tonight. We have our fifth mastermind lesson with you guys this evening. And then I hope I can do it for you guys tomorrow night too. But if not, again, I think this is going to run longer than the 8 to 10 weeks anyway. So we may have to rearrange the schedule a little bit. Let's see. RKT down a little. We'll see. Oh, thanks, guys. I appreciate that. But yeah, so I mean, again, it's also Easter this weekend, so I was gonna be traveling anyway. So we just got to see what the schedule is gonna be like. Yeah, I saw the Boeing CEO is gonna step down. Let's see. Oh, thank you guys. How am I liking Amazon? Let's see. It's not tight enough. It's in Amazon, such a hard one to get right. Like it'll just gap around. It'll play like this looks perfect here, and then it just doesn't go. Like, and then it goes later with just a less. Like I don't really like the setups that I've seen on Amazon. Like this one was okay, but most of the time, like Amazon just kind of hasn't shown that it likes to behave the way that many other things do. So I mean, we can look at it, but it's not something that's going to be super high up on the watch list. If Facebook can kind of chill out in here and just kind of flatline over the next few days, I would be interested in it. Right now, obviously, I'm not, but we'll kind of wait and see on that one too. Let's see. Oh, thank you, Dr. Bob. I mean, I'm gonna make sure I get that out to you guys too, because you guys paid for it. So Palantir looks a little iffy. Let's see. Any tips for you as you are a new trader? Yes, I have a lot. I have a lot of tips for you if you're a new trader. One, don't focus on the money. Focus on taking good trades. The money will follow. You're not in this to just make a bunch of money this week. You're in this to make a bunch of money over the next, let's say, 10 to 15 years. So your performance when you're starting is obviously not going to be as good as it's going to be later down the road. Now, the only way that you're actually going to get to that point that you want to be in trading is that if you take the time now in order to build a very, very solid foundation of good behaviors. Most of the time, and you'll see this sometimes pop up in the live chat, that people will just have terrible mindsets in the way that they approach trading. So like we had some dude last week that was like just like being a crackhead about like wanting me to call out like a random trade. I will literally only take trades when I know that my tested systems are having an edge and provide an opportunity. That's it. It's simple. I keep everything super simple. There's no complex anything. Anybody can do what I do. I mean, you guys will see here too. Like, and I don't want you guys to think like the way that we talk about macro and markets, the complexity when we go on that route, that like the way that I trade is somehow like complicated. It's not. It's very, very, very simple. And I want you guys to keep it simple too. Simple is better. If you have more things to look at, there's more variables to account for. And as a beginner, that is going to be very difficult for you. And also, I mean, the other thing that I talk about is I also think that beginners should be trading higher risk to reward strategies with less risk. Mainly because when you trade high risk to reward strategies, your win rate it can be much lower. And you're able to have a little bit more margin for error. But if you're trading like 1-to-1s, 1-to-2s, your win rate still has to be relative. I mean, 1-to-2 is still pretty solid, but like 1-to-1s, you got to make sure that you're giving yourself a little bit of margin for error to make the mistakes that beginners are going to make anyway. Now, I'm not talking about like risk management or psychology and things like that, because as we talk about all the time, all of that should all be taken care of just because of the way that your strategy works. I mean, that's how mine work. And like you'll get to the point in trading where you look at the market, or like especially for me, like hanging out with you guys all the time, people will say something about like, oh, what about this? And like if it doesn't fit what I like what you're looking for, it might as well not even exist. Like it doesn't matter. Like somebody could call out some chart that like, let's say that they were like, ooh, Palantir right here, and I'm like, oh, yeah, okay. Like, what are we gonna chase it to the upside? That's crazy. So it's things like that that you have to make sure that you're accounting for. Even if you pay for it, I think we always do this week to do whatever's good for you. Family first. Thanks, Eddie. I know, but again, if we're gonna get mastermind going tonight. Tonight's a really big one for the mastermind too. We're gonna go. We're gonna really, really, really get going with mastermind tonight. This is when we start to get a little bit more complicated, and it's gonna get fun. I know you guys have been excited for this one, but oh, I also have to change the pricing on it still. I see, guys, I've had so much stuff going on. Like, so for those of you guys that are sitting on the sideline that missed the deals on it and you still want to hop in, I'll try to get the pricing switched on it for you guys this week that do want to hop in. I also still have to upload all those videos in there too. The links are out there in the courses. So you can still watch the videos and rewatch them, but I got to upload the actual video files into there for you. I'll be able to be there live, so you're happy? There you go, Daily Taylor. DWAC volatility will be interesting to watch. Yeah, especially after the the merger's approved. Yeah, I mean, I just like this thing would be so much fun to trade if it didn't whip around so much. You know, I think Robinhood. I mean, guys, look, what's it doing? Nothing. Nothing. There's a lot of really, really good setups into the market. If the market wants to chop around down at these lows today and things want to pull back a little bit and tighten up, we're going to have potentially a lot of really good opportunities this week. In terms of economic data here, we do have new home sales coming out at 10 a.m., which is going to be important. We didn't really talk about that in the newsletter. We didn't really talk about consumer confidence either, but this second GDP revision on Thursday is going to be really important, as well as the initial jobless claims. And then also on Friday, we get PCE. So Thursday and Friday of this week are very, very, very important. The reason for this is that you have to think about what Powell has just said. Now, to me, what Powell said last week, I almost am just taking everything he says with a grain of salt now, because he can't really come out and say, oh, he expects GDP growth to slow, unemployment to go from 3.9 to 4.5%, and then not say why he expects that to happen, while also saying that unemployment going to that 4.5% number is one of the main factors that he's going to look at in order to start cutting rates. And then literally in the same meeting walks back that statement and says, well, I mean, it's not really the only factor. It's not even really that big of a factor. So really what people are going to be looking at right now is inflation. So when you really think about like what the Fed's preferred metric of inflation is, well, it is PCE. So that's going to be very, very important to look out for this week. What currency? I don't trade Forex. I trade futures, stocks, and options. Hello from Turkey. What's up, Techno? And again, I think, and I've said this many times before, if you guys have the ability to trade futures, stocks, options, or even crypto over Forex, I would say that that's probably the smart thing to do. And I feel like I say this every day when all you new people come in here. The Forex brokers, I mean, the data feeds are usually terrible. You're not seeing the actual live data. The prop firms are like just out scamming you guys all the time. Like the content creators in that space. I've literally never heard one and seen one that actually can wrap it all together from a macro and trading perspective. And give you guys absolutely everything that you need in order to have success and be a well-rounded market participant, whether that be long-term investing, swing trading, short-term day trading, things like that. So again, if that's the only thing that you have access to, I mean, all my strategies are going to work on there too. But there's no reason for me to also trade that market as well. What do I think about crypto? In what way? Like, I mean, obviously, like if you like know exactly kind of what Bitcoin is, what it's for, things like that, like I obviously am like pretty bullish on it long term. All those crazy Solana meme coins are I don't know about all those. Those are probably all going to zero. What do you think should be your main focus should be in regards to start trading? I think we just kind of did a whole speech on this just now, buddy. I would go back and listen to when I answered your question for the first time. Have I seen Lucid? Yes. No, actually, I have not. What's Lucid doing? Screw this company. This company's schemers. Oh, of course they did. Lucid rises after deal to raise $1 billion from Saudi's PIF affiliate. Oh, of course they did. I hate this company. I hate Lucid so much. They're scammers, dude. Mainly because of one statement. And here's the problem. I will walk that back. They're not, if you want to buy Lucid and you have your own analysis on it, do it. I'm not telling you what to do. But I personally do not like when a CEO comes out on a major news network and says like 4 years ago that they're going to deliver the same amount of vehicles as Tesla. That's not happening. Sorry. That's just, I think you should get in trouble for that. You can't come out and say, oh, we expect to probably get up to the point where we're delivering, I think at the time was like 400,000 units. And I was like, no, you're not. That's not happening. So you purchase most calls and puts already in the money or out of the money. I mean, Josh, I tell you where I'm buying my strikes and kind of how I do them. We walk through it in the courses. Like I can't really go through the entire theory on it right now. But they're all out of the money options. Tor, what's up, buddy? Beautiful cars. The cars are kind of cool looking. I mean, they're all right. I see them rolling around here all the time, but what are good cryptos to buy? Whatever ones you like. Whatever ones you like, man. Again, guys, you got to realize I'm not here to tell you what to do. And this is something I want you guys to understand as well. I want you guys to learn how to fish for yourselves. This is not and some people are not going to like this, and that's fine. This is not buy this type of channel. One, it's illegal. You can't do that. People just fail to realize that. And then, again, I'm not going to be around here doing this forever. So I want you guys to be able to have the skills and the tools that you need to be able to do this for yourself over the long term. All right. We got Robinhood up here. What do I want? RKT. How's SoFi doing? Nothing there. Appreciate your information. No problem, Josh. Altman owns 12.2 million shares of Reddit. He probably got a good deal on those. I mean, he was probably investing in them when they were private. What's Reddit doing right now? I mean, they bounced back. They're screwing around, but like you just got IPO volatile. Oh, look, ladies and gentlemen, everybody asking me in the live chat last week and getting mad at me as to why I didn't want to trade an IPO. And I gave you guys my reasons why. Here you go. Everybody is now red. Oh, man. And you guys will hear it too. It's just like you got to use a lot of logic. All the logic and data is out there for you guys to interpret. It's my job to give you guys my interpretation because I've seen things happen over and over and over and over again. But I can see you guys too that are getting up there in terms of that level of analysis. And I really, really love seeing you guys crush it like that. So we're going to keep doing it, man. IBM looks like it needs the let's see. How's it doing? We nailed ooh, yeah. I mean, it doesn't look bad. I have an alert on it. Our last IBM trade was really good. The entry was right around here. We rode it up to these highs. I believe that was a 200 or 300%er. Last week on DraftKings was probably one of the best trades that we've had recently. The 14, well, all right. It hit a high of 1400%, but I sold the last batch of that position at 1,150-ish%. Do you do any trading during the live stream? Sometimes. I mean, most of the time, what we're looking for here is the swings. I'm breaking down the market for you guys in real time so that you guys can learn. But the vast majority of my trades come in like the middle of the day in the afternoon because I need to wait for trends to develop and either play a retracement of that trend or a reversal of the trend. So it's very hard. Like there's not usually going to be a trend that sets up between like 9 and 11 that you can really trade. Most of us agreed with you on Reddit. True. That DraftKings, still beating myself for not taking it. Dude, the DraftKings was dirty. The DraftKings was dirty. And like, again, if you guys hang around here long enough, you can kind of tell when I'm doing stuff. It's pretty easy to, but again, like you guys hop in and you understand how I trade with the education that I provide you guys. Like you can, like if I'm looking at something, it's going to be blatantly obvious for you that like, oh yeah, that's what I'm looking at. Anthony says, guys, this is the place to be. I wish I found this channel sooner. Anthony, I appreciate you, buddy. Is Domino's setting up? So Domino's, I actually took a peek at that one this morning. And it did get over that 452 level here, but it wasn't necessarily consolidating enough. I mean, maybe you could look at this thing on a weekly time frame. Nah, not really. This one, I mean, I tried it a couple times, just took a couple paper cuts on it, and it wasn't getting the move that it really should have off of its post earnings. So more than half the minimum wage in Turkey. Anyway, the question is your course, can it work on crypto? Yes. So it'll work. Mainly what you want to be focusing in on with the courses in crypto is, message gone. But I mean, I'll still answer it for you. The Swing Kings course for crypto is nasty. I think it was either Tyler or Tor. Hit like a 1 to 37 risk to reward trade on Dogecoin with it. It's nasty. I mean, it applies everywhere. Markets move the same way across the board, especially on larger time frames. So yeah, the Swing Kings course for crypto is nasty. I trade ES, which is the S&P 500 futures, with the strategy in the day trading mastery course. But again, I mean, this is probably a good time to mention it to you guys. All the courses are 50% off. They're buy one, get one free. If you guys want to hop in there, awesome. Remember, I'm always around to answer questions with you guys. So there you go, 50% off deal. I'm never going to make you guys pay more. If you guys want to put that foot forward and you're really willing to learn, like I would never make you pay full price for both of them. That's crazy. And I think you guys kind of get it around here. I'm not here to just be like, ooh, pay me, all this stuff. None of that. But there you go. All right, team. So what do we got? 8 minutes to go until market open. Welcome, everybody. Shout out to all the new people. Again, if you guys wouldn't mind hitting that like button on the way in, we got that 150 like threshold to extend the stream today until 11. So let's see. Let's see what we get. You wonder if Biden steps in and offers a grant like he did with Intel? That'd be nice. Thanks for the information. Hopefully I'm going to buy it in April. Price is more than half the minimum wage in Turkey. Thanks to, yeah. Yeah. I mean, again, it's tough if you can't afford it. It's okay. There is an option on there though to be able to pay over time. And it's not like you're putting it on like layaway. Like you actually you use like a firm, and you can pay it over time if you want to. So that is an option available to you guys. Let's see. I want to see what happens with the RKT. It is down in the pre-market here, which is fine, but again, it's free. I would love to see that thing like really get going up to that 15 target there, because that could be another 1,000%er if that one were to go. If not, I mean, who cares, because I've already made it free. That is one of the things that you guys will learn how to do as well, is trading for free. Once we hit our like first levels, usually on these swings, like you can sell like a quarter, a third, half of your position, and then you just have a risk-free position that you can let ride to whatever further targets. The reason I sold the DraftKings kind of early on Friday when it flashed down before we got this pop to the upside there is those contracts were expiring that day. So again, I was kind of sitting there like, well, I've already locked in about 500% total versus my initial investment. So I might as well just sell the rest of the position for like over 1,000% and just lock in further gains. Apple's back down near its home base. This one's Twilio has my attention. It does look a little funky, but I do like the potential break of this range here. But let's take a look at Apple. Dude, Apple just got mollywopped on Thursday. Jeez. What was that? 4%? Ugh. Ugh. Apple. What else are we looking? I mean, I have all the alerts set up, I believe, so we can kind of put whatever tickers we want on the screen here. What site do you use for stock screeners? I just use the TradingView ones, and then you guys know, like, I literally will load up like all of the like S&P 500 tickers, Nasdaq, and IWM, and just look through them. I also started looking at all the stocks that are on like the New York Stock Exchange, Nasdaq, things like that. It takes time, but again, you put in the work, you're gonna get the results. Tesla, how's this looking? Icky. Just icky on Tessie over here. Oh my lord. I think Nvidia is green in the pre-market though, but I'm not positive on that. No, it's down a little bit, basically flat. Yeah, I mean, you can maybe use FinViz for the screener, but I haven't really like gotten like a good. I've tried it. I just can't get the settings right to have it spit out what I want. TradingView, we've got it though, and those are in the screeners are in the courses for you guys. Let's see though. Twilio would be a real fun one. I'd probably go a little bit further dated on it. Kava is one that I'll be watching today. It's kind of got enough. Here it comes. Here it comes. It's kind of got enough consolidation here, but not really. Like it's got 2 days. I'd like it to have more. And if you're looking at this with the EMAs, it's kind of extended. So I don't know. I don't know on this one yet. I may give it a little bit of time. If I miss it, I miss it. Or I'll just take like a little bit of a lower risk trade with options, even though I want the shares. Yeah, I'm surprised. I'm honestly surprised too that they left me in the MNMD. Like, if you guys follow me on Twitter, and I posted this on my Instagram story too, the MNMD trade, I like it. It's not a perfect setup, but it was still pretty good, and I think that thing could get some steam. I was really nicely green on that thing for a lot of the day, and then all of a sudden, towards the end of the day, the thing just wanted to die. So it's okay if it wants to stop me out. It wants to stop me out. It's the name of the game, man. The name of the game. Well, I mean, what you always have to make sure is that you're winning more than you lose in terms of the amount, or if you're trading lower risk to reward strategies, your win rate has to be really high. I like higher risk to reward trades and strategies, and that's what I teach you guys. I mean, that's one of the you guys have seen if you look on the big win section on Instagram since like I started that little that pin story from like November, dude, we've been on a tear. But Kava looks good. RKT, actually, what this could do is pop like this, consolidate, and it gives us another setup to play this thing back up to the 15 area. So if that's what it wants to do, that's fine. If not, hopefully we get a nice little gain on it. Well, it would be pretty big if it actually got up there, but we'll see. 3 minutes to go, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. Oh my God, you guys have already hit 50 likes on the stream. You guys might have the juice today to get up to that 150 like threshold. Thank you guys. I appreciate it. Twilio's got my attention. I'd love for the 10 to get back above the 20, but that's K-Web, nice option chain on the China chip announcement. Yeah, I know that's the China ETF. It's up a little. Where's yin? Is yin coming down? Yeah, I mean, yin has come down a lot, but it's not bad. I mean, their option chain's probably a lot better. We could take a look at that one though. We could keep that on the radar. I mean, maybe I'd take shares of that too. I'd like the leverage of that 3 times leverage, even though they have exposure to the real estate space in China. I think that one still could be a good one. It's risky, but no risk, no Rari, man. Yeah, I bought like what, $9,000 worth of it initially. You can, Wayne. You just have to change the settings on it. Let's see. All right, less than a minute to go here. We got 40 seconds. Let's see what we got. You literally, all you have to do is this. You click this and you do inputs and you change it. Are these Hold on. What options did I play? Nothing yet, man. Market's not open. Market's not open. We got 3 seconds. Ding, ding, ding. Market open. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, RKT, hello. All right, so they got a little spready there for a second. I don't know. The RKTs, the free ones, they look like they're up 126% right now, 194, but they're spready. 164. Yeah, the spread's got to tighten up on that thing. So we'll see what happens with the RKT here. Kava hasn't opened yet. I mean, that's been a theme that we've seen. It takes a minute for the first trades to start happening on Kava. Let's see. Oh, you're lagging behind? No, it's fine. It's a market just open. I mean, I don't know if I'll do anything today. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. Looking at Twilio, I have this first alert right here. I don't think I'm going to take it off of this. Really, I'd want this thing above here, above 62.27. So maybe I'd get a little starter up above that level, but RKT making a little move. There we go. What's ES doing? That's a little dangerous, chopping around where it is there. Yeah, so the free RKTs are up about 180% right now. Those are good. I would really love to see this thing get through 15 and then hit our level up here at 15.19. That's what I really want to see on it, obviously. But we'll see. Twilio looking okay. DraftKings down, that's fine. Kava hasn't really done anything yet. Oh, another one's Spotify. This one needs a little bit more time, but this one could be good if it consolidates within here. That one could be nasty. We haven't traded Spotify in a while, but this one could be fun. RKT making a little bit of a move here. Hello. 182% on those bad boys. Yeah, and they're leaving me in the MNMDs too. All right, that's fine. I'll take that. Leave me in. I've got some pretty aggressive targets on that one, but if it wants to go, it wants to go. Oh, Celsius alert coming off. Here we go. That's not bad. That's not bad. It's just not like you gotta be like I need to like it's going. It is above these levels here, but that's not textbook consolidation. That's just 2 days of chopping in a range. So I don't think I'm gonna touch that. It's kind of the same thing that we're dealing with Kava, where it's like chopping around for 2 days. Maybe it goes, maybe it doesn't. But I would take Kava over the Celsius. I could be wrong, but on one, I mean, I just want to be picky. Here comes ES moving on. That's nice. Weekly on Disney. Yeah, I looked at it. I didn't really like it, Michael. I checked it out. It's just like not really like I don't know what you see here. This is not like yeah, sorta in here on these breaks, but now nothing. Now you've got nothing on Disney. RKT hanging around 14.26. Kava is getting there. So what's low of day here? 68.32. There it is. Yeah, I'd almost just want the options on it. Something quick, maybe. 191% on the RKTs. That's good. Like something real small on this thing to play around. The chain is kind of blasted on it. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. I want it to consolidate more. Like this is good. If we could hang around like this today and like not completely shoot through, that would be perfect. Like that would be perfect. I just don't. I might want it. And the like we did this last time on it, and the option chain was just horrendous. I don't know. Where's Celsius? ES got a nice pop at open, but nothing crazy. Where's Twilio? Nothing. Has this thing just not moved? RKT's just flatlined at 1426. That's weird. Are there any trades happening on this thing right now? Or I mean, is this just lagging or something? What's going on with RKT? Because my options are moving, but the stock isn't. No, this thing says 1426 too. Interesting. AI is moving up. Yeah, let's take a look at AI. Nah, this one's not going to qualify here. It's just too much selling came into this one. Tesla. We can take a look at Tessie over here. Tessie needs a big shift of trend and consolidation for me to get interested. You're just still downtrending. You look at this on the weekly. I mean, this thing still looks like it just wants to bleed. See, you're just lower highs, lower lows. All right, so Twilio hit that first level here. I mean, that might. Let's see what's Twilio looking like. It's not. I mean, that's not that big of a move, and I feel like the chain is going to be blasted on this too. Let me take a look. It's actually not bad. It's actually not bad. I don't think they're gonna give me that. I think the chain is just stupid. I think they're gonna screw around on the chain here. There's like no open interest on anything. AMD's up $3 in 10 minutes. Yeah, but like it's still wait. What? Yeah, bounce. It's still down 2%. MNMD's coming back. My RKTs are up 205%. That's good. I'm up like 2% on the day right now. That's good. That's good. Come on, RKT. Are they gonna give me that? All right. I'm looking at a bunch of different stuff here. RKT could be a real. If this thing gets going above 1447, I want to throw an alert on this. Not that I'm going to do anything, just that I want to see when it gets there. You want me to look at Ford? Yeah, I got you on Ford. Ford would be a shares trade, but oh yeah, give this thing a couple days, I'd be interested. You got a lot of upside resistance here, but like if you can get a nice breakthrough, you could see like 1350. You could get a nice move on there. Google partnering with Intel. Ooh, is Intel moving? Oops, I typed that in the chat, not on here. Can I watch Tilray? Yeah, I actually kind of want to take a look at some of those. Qualcomm, Google, and Intel plan to work together to try to go after NVIDIA's chokehold on AI software. That's interesting. Intel's moving a little off of this. I mean, it's still down a decent amount here. And then Tilray, yeah, I'm kind of upset that we didn't catch these. This right here, it is just textbook. I would have loved to have traded this, but there's nothing for me to do here. Give this a week or two, and then we can kind of revisit it, and maybe I'd be interested. If, like, every once in a while you see a theme with those Mary J stocks, and they can go pretty nuts. So that would be something that I'm interested in. Not necessarily. I mean, this is one of them. Like right here, you start getting off to the races here. If they give us a good setup on this thing, I mean, I have no problem trying to sling it a little bit. Twilio just kind of bouncing around. What's this next level I have on it? 62.27. Okay. RKT getting a nice move there. There we go. Those are up 230% right now. Those are looking real good. You got it at 173. Is it a good entry? Oh yeah, dude, you nailed it. You front ran it a little bit. My entry actually probably would have been right around 2. So you crushed it on that one. So good. I mean, good on you. Good trade. Let's see, Twilio chopping. We got RKT trying to get up through these levels here. That would be real nice if we got that on RKT. I just have an alert there just for like just to know it got up there. I'm not doing anything there. The next target that I have on the RKT is the 1519 area. Germany passed partial legalization. Oh, interesting. Interesting. Also, guys, as you guys are filtering in here, make sure you guys are hitting the like button. Costs you nothing to do it. Helps me out a whole lot. It's the only thing I ask for around here. If you guys, again, if you guys want to extend the stream, we've got that 150 like threshold on it. I think you guys have the potential to do it today. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, and welcome to all the new people to the streams too. What's his name? Max, the guy over there teaching you guys how to sell premium, reacted to one of my trading videos this past week, or I think it was on Friday. So yeah, welcome to all the new people over here. Either if you're following me from Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, anything, welcome, guys. ES getting eaten up there a little bit. RKT is moving a little slow today. Like, this thing is just coming up to certain levels and then just flatlining. That doesn't make me feel very good because it could just keep going, but it also could just see some volume come in and then bloop, right back down, especially if this market wants to go adios like it's doing. We've also got new home sales at 10? Yeah, new home sales at 10. That's going to get interesting. Twilio just screwing around. Yeah, AMD. I mean, we've had some amazing trades on AMD recently. These have been nasty. Micron needs a few days, you think? Micron after their earnings, that's a really positive reaction. You see this big move off of their earnings and then it's still making highs. That's strong. That's some strength right there. I'd love to see that thing consolidate. I'd be interested in that. Fisker halted. You mean FS? Isn't Fisker FSR? What's FSKR? It's got to be FSR. I mean, this is bankruptcy, isn't it? Isn't Fisker going bankrupt? Let's see. What else? Where's Palantir? Nothing. RKT chilling like a couple cents off the highs here. Yeah. They might come get me on the MNMDs now. That's fine. The RKTs are still up 220%. That's good. Oh, you couldn't pay in installments. Doesn't work with foreign currency. Oh, sorry about that, man. Yeah, I mean, you'll be able to purchase, but that's strange. It should. When you go into the checkout area, you should be able to pay with installments. And again, with all you guys filtering in here too, if you guys want to get access to the day trading mastery course, as well as the Swing Kings course, which is the one where I'm teaching you guys how to nail those trades. I mean, you guys saw it last week on DraftKings, the multi-100 and 1,000% trades, teaching you how to do it. I also send you guys the watch list every single week. And then the day trading mastery course, which is just absolutely filthy. Like, I'm 99%, like that thing has had like 15 winning months in a row. That strategy is dirty. So again, you guys are interested, you want both of them, you guys get 50% off there. The RKTs the RKTs are looking good here. These are up 244% now. That's good. That's real good. M&Ms. Yeah, we can call that one M&Ms. It might get me, it might not. I mean, the risk is small on it. So I'm kind of happy that it didn't just like gap through some of those levels because all the orders I have there are only good for during the day. When's the 50% sale going to be ended? I'm not sure. I might leave it up for a while just because I kind of want to make sure that those of you guys that are actually interested in learning are not going to get basically double charged for both courses. Like, again, I'm not here to just be like, oh yeah, pay me money for course. No. If you guys show that you're interested in learning, I'll give you guys the second one for free if you guys are interested. That's what that 50% off deal is. You can view it as like buy one, get one free or 50% off. Michael hit his first double take profit on Friday. Dude, that was nasty. So it was right here. So this was the entry on Friday for you guys. It was right, I believe, like 53.05. You probably had your first target down here at 52.96, so about 9-10 points away. And then you nailed it all the way down to these lows down here. So that trade on Friday was nasty. Michael was one of the guys that was sending me the messages like, "Did you get it?" And I was like, "No, I was not at my computer." So, but again, I mean, that's the beauty of it. Like, you guys don't need me to sit here and be like, once you see it, like, and all the stuff in there, I mean, you can't unsee it. ES moving down. RKT lost it a little there. Twilio's holding above 62. That's interesting. I want to see if that thing starts to get a little steam. Hopefully, you're gonna buy in April. Techno, you do what you got to do, man. Again, don't ever make silly financial decisions to get a course. Like, don't be crazy about it. Yeah, selling off a little. Nothing crazy yet. This move also doesn't qualify from this high to this low. The risk is, I believe, 1.75 points and not the 2 that we usually would look for. I don't know, Ralph. I mean, it's just the PCE data that's going to come out on Friday is going to be huge because, I mean, you can't, if that comes in hot, oh, what are we going to do? Are we then going to say, oh, the Fed is wrong? Either way, the Fed lose. Like, the Fed's credibility is shot right now. You can't, like, especially, I believe it was in the January meeting when Powell had come out and said, he goes, we don't need the data to be amazing. We just need it to be good. That's all they need. And then the data came out like hot 2 months in a row. And you're like, all right, well, all right. Well, now we need to see what's going to happen at the next meeting. Are they going to then stick to their guns and say, oh, this is what we need to see in order to start cutting, especially for this year? And they did not. They kept the cut expectations at 75 basis points for 24 while lowering a little bit for 25, which is fair. But again, that's 325 basis point cuts in 2024. When are we going to do that? June? You better see some of that, what do you call it? You better see some of that inflation data start to come down and unemployment tick up a little bit, or else you're cutting into a hot economy. Now, granted, again, in terms of everyday goods and services, people are still struggling and they will continue to still struggle unless those effects of let's say cutting rates is going to be felt widespread throughout the entire economy, which personally I don't think they will. I think the Fed is basically hinting at raising the long run inflation target from 2 to 2.5 or 3%. But the interesting point is that they don't actually have to. The long run inflation has actually been right around 3 for many years, even with the Fed saying it's at 2. So they don't even really have to say it. They can just continue doing what they're doing and say, oh, no, no, no. Our goal is to get down there. Our Twilio's starting to pop now. There you go. Yeah, and they stopped me out on the MNMD there too. So the RKTs are up 241%. I got stopped on the MNMDs. I believe that was about what, 1% risk around there. That's fine. Still up a little bit on the day. Losses are part of the game, team. I'm not gonna hide losses from you guys either. Like, oh, good setup, didn't follow through. I get stopped. Happens. But when they hit 1,400% DraftKings, like that's how this works. Bad news equals good news. Good news equals good news. I think, yeah, that's kind of what it is, Ralph. It's like almost any data and anything that comes out. Like, I was fully expecting Powell to change his tone. I really was. I was kind of hoping for it just to give some sort of like rationality to like add some rationality back to the market, and he just didn't. Like you guys saw the stream last week. I was like, what are you doing? Like what, like seriously, what are they doing? And the other thing is that on the Fed Listens event on Friday, that first speech that we were listening to, with I believe it was like he was like in control of like grocery prices or something. He was like, yeah, like we need to cut. The Fed is just itching to cut rates right now. They're itching to do it. And they kind of showed their hand over the last month here, where you're going to see some people at different spots on the dot plot, which is the expectations of rate cuts and things like that. RKT, you're an animal, buddy. Not trading forex first. No, I trade future stocks and options, and I think if you have the ability to do that, you absolutely should. We talk about that like every day as to like why like the forex space is probably not where you want to be if you have access to those other products to trade. But if you don't, again, all my strategies will still work on there as well. Oh, AR guy, what's up, buddy? You sitting in the terminal at LAX waiting for your flight to Maui? Have a safe flight, buddy, and have a great vacation. That's awesome. Yeah, Twilio coming up, about to hit that alert here. Like, you need like a penny, I think. Yeah, there it is. So let's see if this thing can push up through here, 63.24. I mean, that would be another dollar today, which would be pretty aggressive for Twilio. RKT is looking pretty good here. I would love to see this thing get above that 14.47 today. It's right there. It's 7 cents away. Was RKT the company that sent the rover to the moon or something like that? No. RKT is like it's like a mortgage company. Um, check Rocket. Let's see, what's ES doing? Did that thing get eaten up? Yeah, I mean, this again, have fun trading this price action right here. It's just chop, 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 chop. Nothing. Nothing yet. I want to see Twilio get a little action. I want to see RKT get above that 1450. Nvidia's green for now. Yeah. AMD. I mean, that's a nice bounce on AMD off those lows, but there's nothing for us here on AMD. 250% on your free contract on RKT. At a boy, a tour. At a boy. Dude, you guys sending me these games that you guys have been making with the swings, with the day trading mastery course. It's amazing, man. I mean, simple is key. Less trades, more profits, data-driven strategies. You can't go wrong. Yeah, Twilio's getting some action here. I like that. I like that. RKT looking good. Micron boom boom. Yeah, that's just, you can't really do anything with it though. There's not like a spot that I want it at. It's just ripping. Like, that thing's just had a post earnings move. It chilled for a day and then went back to ripping. Woo, 25 likes away from 100. Thank you guys. I appreciate it. Let's see for those shares. You want to see more price action? You can sing the Elvis Presley song a little. Which one? Which one? Are you talking about RKT? Yeah, Twilio's got some action here. There we go. Yeah, the RKTs are sitting up about 220%. That's good. I'm not going to be doing anything with that position until they expire at 0 or it gets up to 15.19. So that's the plan. So whatever they want to do with it, fine by me. Where's TLT? What are bonds doing today? Yields up. Yeah, where's TMF? Are we getting a setup on it or no? We could. It's just not there yet. AMD is spiking, but still red. Yeah, I know. I'd love for it to go green. It's gonna take a lot for that thing to come back up today. It's interesting though, and I do like to see these buyers coming in here off of that drop. And no, AMD is Amanda. Yeah, Amanda. Dude, I had a weekend and a half this weekend. Whew. This weekend's gonna be a break. Chill out. No, just relax a little. Yeah, Twilio really getting some action here. I like that. TRP. Let's see what that's doing. What's this? That's not bad. Well, you guys have mentioned this one before. I remember this. Yeah, the oil. Yeah, the oil and gas one. I kind of like it. I would only take shares on it though. If I were to do it. I mean, that is kind of getting a break here. So, I mean, your entry would have been right around 40.59, stops below day low, and then you just let it crank from there. If Twilio gets up to here today, that would be fun. 63.24. RKT is just knocking on the door here from getting up there. Couple more pushes here, that would be really nice. If it did this week, I don't think if we get up to here, the 15.19, we're gonna be up 1,000%, but it'll probably be 500 to 700%, 500 to 700%. That's kind of what I would expect on that one. if we can get up to that 15-19 pretty quickly. I've got a little bit of time on those. So we'll see. Twilio new highs. That's nice. Looking good so far, ladies and gentlemen. Looking good so far. But again, like there's nothing to do. Like you could have all the unrealized gains in the world, but if it doesn't hit our targets, it doesn't matter. Take Two got hammered. I don't think this is one that we were watching. Yeah, no. This is I mean maybe for consolidation up in here, but this thing just got blasted. Where is K-Web, Yin, stuff like that, the China ETFs? Down 2 cents. I would expect Yin to be down a little bit more than that. Yin's green. Oh, hello. Good afternoon. Twilio, another high. There we go, man. That's all right. All right. You got some steam here, buddy. Let's see what you want to do. RKT chilling. ES is doing absolutely nothing right now. So this is what I would day trade. For those of you guys that are new, ES is the S&P 500 futures. They're awesome. I love day trading ES. Points a point, ticks a tick. $50 a point, 12.5 points a tick. Or sorry, $12.5 a tick. You know your risk, you know your reward. You're able to set that up and be good to go. Options, again, you guys saw me, 2 weeks ago with that nasty day trade, which was about like 8 points on ES. But I decided on the stream to play it off some 0-day SPY options, and those only went up like 10%. They kept moving the goalposts on me. So every once in a while, I'll day trade options, but let's see. Alex is back. He's back. I don't know, man. I made 1,400 or actually 1,150% on DraftKings last week. So I think I'm good. Grab some Twilio. I'm sitting up over 200% on RKT. What do I owe you? Nothing. And this is probably a good point too. There will be periods of time where I don't day trade for like 2 weeks. And that's fine, because when I do day trade is when I see my setup and I'm able to go in, and it's the videos that you guys see on Instagram, making between like, I don't know, $3,000 and $5,000 when I do it. Sometimes 6,000. Why would I put myself in a position where I'm just going to trade just because I'm bored in order to do it? It doesn't make any sense. Scam! Here he goes again. Here he goes again. All right, here's what we got to do. Go away, Alex. Everybody that's taking the courses and everything, let Alex know what you guys have thought of it. I hate doing this because you're just going to have people with the intellect of an ant coming in here named Alex that just like, I don't know, skim me harder. I'm trying to give you guys good. Look, I gave you Twilio. It's up 2% today. Look, boom, crushing it. Those contracts that I picked up earlier, what are those up? Probably nothing crazy because I just got, 32%. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. 220% on RKT, over 1,000% on DraftKings last week. Leave me alone. I don't trade for you. I trade for me. I bring you guys along the way, though. Let's see. RKT is it's just so close to getting up there. If you can't place a trade in 5 days, you're curt. Oh, Alex. What about, hold on. What about this is the last thing I'm going to say before I ban you, because it's not even worth. This is like debating like a child who like about calculus who hasn't passed algebra. That's what this is. Big scam. I have to pay so much more in taxes since I joined. There you go, Alex. So if you can't place a trade in 5 days, my course is shit. Oh, interesting. What about the 15 winning months in a row? What about that? Bye-bye. All right, let's get back to work. Twilio looking good. Yin's coming up. That's decent. Let's see. If we can't place a trade, that means there isn't one there. And guys, I think this little exchange right now, I know it's like, oh, look, hater in the live chat. No. This is teaching you guys something very, very important about trading. What most people do in the market is what this individual like Alex is doing. I wish people didn't do this. But what they do is they come into the market every single day and think that they have to do something. The reason is because everybody has been trained where either you're at school or you're at your job every single day, that when you show up, you have to do certain amount of tasks in order to get the grades that you want, stay in school, or keep your job, or even get a promotion. Trading is not that. That is not what this is. And that type of thinking and mindset is what hurts people most of the time, because they try and force trades when there isn't one there. So what they do is they say, "Oh, I'm in the market. In order to make myself feel productive for the day, I have to do something." And that's not the way that that's not what trading is. What trading is, guys, and I talk about this a lot, is being a steward of your system. All you're doing in the market is executing your system to a T. Again, and I've said this before, a winning trade is not defined by whether you make or lose money, and a losing trade is not defined by whether you make or lose money. Here's what the actual definition is, or here's what it should be. A winning trade is defined by whether or not you follow your system in its entirety to a T, regardless of making or losing money. Think about that. A winning trade is defined by whether or not you follow your entire system to a T, regardless of the outcome in your P&L. If your plan for the day is to wait for a setup and execute and have 1% risk and follow all of your rules, and there's no trade there, you followed your plan and you won the day. Now, on the flip side, if you follow all of your rules, you have 1% risk on the trade, you enter and it stops you out, and then you don't do anything else for the rest of the day because that's what your system says, you've also won. Because you have to think about that long-term vision. You can't think, "Oh, I'm just going to try and make money today." So many people have this short-term vision, and it's just so bad for their long-term performance, which obviously I do not want for any of you guys. I want you guys to have long-term success, but there's really only one way to do it. You can't think that way in the market and think, "Oh, I have to do something every single day, or else you're just going to miserably fail." And again, I would also say that if you don't follow your rules and then you make money, that's a loss, because it's giving you it's encouraging, you have a moral hazard problem, thinking that you can behave poorly and still get rewarded, which is bad. And you guys will see it here a lot, where like people will call out chart tickers and all that stuff. If it doesn't fit my system and my plan, I don't care. Don't care. Because you have to understand what the potential is. And this is the other thing, data driven. When I day trade, I know exactly what my data is and what it should be able to generate me over time. Why would I then try and do something else that I don't know the data on? That doesn't make any logical sense to me. And I don't think it makes any logical sense to you guys either. So I understand that it's like, "Ooh, look, hater in the live chat." But like that is such a good example of how you can behave in the market with some intelligence and logic and data-driven strat, or if you just are here to just gamble and take trades just to be in a trade. And I think that's what sets us apart from like everybody else on here too, because like you'll see a bunch of people out there that just get like baited in by their live chat. They're like, "Oh no, people have hit. I need to call out a trade." No, no. And you guys saw last week too. I didn't even send you guys a swing list. Why? Because it didn't make sense. It didn't make sense to swing into Powell. Yeah, there was a nice hedge on the DraftKings trade. Cool. We talked about that all week. So I hope, especially for you new guys, this is making sense to you. Like, there are certain ways to approach the market that are going to put yourself in a better position to have long-term success. And there are many, many, many ways to put yourself in a position in the market to guarantee your failure. All right, let's see what we got here. Twilio coming right back down. That's fine. RKT doing its thing. ES kind of flickering around. I'm still up probably pretty nicely on the RKT. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, they're up like 8-9%, but like my first target's probably here, 64.91, and then up here. Second target, fill in the gap, which is also kind of right at this level too. So I can also kind of throw in here. Have some alerts. What's the difference between a supply and demand strategy and yours? Well, I don't use supply and demand. And this is the other thing too. Um, People will try and say things in different ways. Here's what supply and demand actually is. If you're reading the order book and you're actually seeing where the orders are and what the open orders are still left in a specific zone and area, that is supply and demand. By just drawing out like a zone like this, watch. Is it here? No, it's here. By just drawing out a zone like this, that is not supply and demand. That's just support and resistance that you called it something else to sound smart. Like, and you'll see that a lot. People will try and like use fancy terms to confuse you guys to make you guys think that they're smarter than they are. Don't fall for that trap. Supply and demand is just fancy support and resistance. That's all it is. Unless you did what I said earlier, which you have an ability to see where actually the levels are using something like, let's say, Bookmap or things like that. That's supply and demand because you can actually tell where the supply or demand may be. The problem for me is, and the way that I like to trade is you can't really test that. Like, how are you then? You would then have to, because it's a science experiment. Do I use Bookmap? No. Here's why. I like to make sure that, especially with day trades, like with swing trading, you can trade a little bit differently. You can use a little bit more discretion, but every single thing that you do in terms of day trading should be systematic, which basically means that you almost should have the ability to program it into a bot, is basically what it is. Now, operating based off of that thought process, you need to have some you're going to have variables when you go and control it and test. So if you're thinking, let's just think about a science experiment using, I think people can find value in Bookmap for sure. But for me, it wouldn't really fit in based on the whole kind of trading methodology that I use. So in order to be able to fully test that, you would then have to say, okay, how much supply is at these areas? How much demand is at these levels? When do you buy? Where are you selling? And things like that, which to me is it's almost impossible to do because there's so much data out there. Now, it probably is possible if you have more analytical power than I do. But you then have to figure out how much supply is waiting at a certain area, and then all basically the other different supply levels in between, and then say, what is the actual likelihood of this trade playing out? Because you actually may not know why your trade played out the way that it did. And you always have to know that. I know every single time why my trades work. Every time. Because you don't have to set it up in that way. Is this making sense to everybody? Like, do you guys kind of see kind of how I operate in the market and kind of how I trade things? Like, the swings are a little bit different, but that's the whole kind of crux of it, where you have to make sure that you're data-driven, especially with day trades, man, especially with day trades. Because if you're not, you end up like people like, and I don't want to harp on Alex too much, but people like Alex that are just like, I have to trade. And it's like, all right, what is your sit? Like, he doesn't even know how I trade. So why would then somebody tell me what I should be doing in the market? There's a lot, guys, logic. Everybody knows what they should and should not do in the market. Your actions are what's important, though. Knowing what to do is not enough. Acting based off of what you know is the most important thing. Here comes ES making new day highs here. That's interesting. And Twilio and RKT aren't really going with it. That's annoying. Ooh, my mouse died. So we'll watch ES here for a little bit. And again, team, if you guys are enjoying the stream here, you're finding value in it, make sure you guys are hitting that like button. It helps out a whole lot with the algorithms here. If you are interested in those data-driven courses in the Swing Kings course, where I'm showing, giving you guys that watch list every single week and teaching you guys how to identify these stocks that are about to explode before they do, the link's at the top of the live chat there. All you got to do is select the all-in-one access one, and then you get your 50% off. So for those of you guys that are interested, there you go. Did you send out the stock? Yeah, I emailed it, and then I also sent it out on the private Twitter account, the SCV Swing Kings Twitter account. So for those of you guys that have hopped into the all-in-one access, or if you just hopped into the Swing Kings course, go on Twitter, follow the @STV Swing Kings account. I follow that account, so it should say, like, you know, it's the right one. Request to follow it, shoot it a message with your email. I'll confirm that you're in there, and I'll accept your follow request, and you'll never have to worry about missing the watch list again. Totally. Once I got in my head your message of not trading if nothing good is seen, your losing trades have reduced dramatically. That's awesome, Eddie. That is awesome. Nvidia, let's take a look. Twilio is coming back up here, which obviously I like. Wow. Yeah, man. I wanted the Nvidia over some of these levels. So this was FOMC day. I was really interested in buying some Nvidia calls here. To me, though, I didn't really see enough out of Powell to really reinvigorate the chip movement to the upside, the AI kind of craze here. That's fine. Wasn't able to take advantage of this one, but we were talking about this one last week. So if any of you guys did hop in on this one, I mean, you're crushing it. One more question. What is better for someone working a 9 to 5? In terms of the courses, the Swing Kings course and the strategy in there and overall swing trading is going to take you a lot less time than day trading. AMD, is it moving? Wow, AMD's coming back up nicely. There you go. Swing trading is going to take you a lot less time. Like once you kind of go through the system, you're going to see like once you're in the trade and you set your stops and your limit orders, you can literally do nothing. You don't have to do anything. There's no managing the trade anymore because, and this is the other thing, like once I'm in a trade and you guys see this in the videos all the time that I post, well, not all the time, but once I enter the trade, usually, again, I'm not perfect, obviously. I'm not trying to sit here and say that I'm perfect. But 99% of the time, once I'm in it, I don't touch anything because I'm just following the system. Now, again, granted, if I'm trading the way that I was teaching you guys about in the mastermind with that strategy, yeah, I'll move some targets around sometimes. Like on the NFP one, I had an initial target that was a little lower, but since it was NFP and we were starting to scream to the upside, those moves can get pretty aggressive. So I wanted to have a little bit more of a lofty target with some runners. That's all that was. It wasn't me changing everything that I was doing. Because if we were going to hit those initial targets anyway, I would be risk free on the trade, which we did. Really good trade, made some money, and then we did. So I hope this is making sense to you, a lot of you guys, especially you new people. And this is kind of what I said to a lot of people over the weekend. Like people were asking me, they were like, "Oh, can I buy your course now?" And I go, "No, wait. Don't buy the course yet. Come to the streams, hang out for a little bit, see what we're all about, and then see if it's the right fit for you." Like again, I don't want people coming in there thinking that it's something that it's not. And I also want you guys to have more interactions with me. Like, because it's impossible for me to show you guys everything that we're all about in like a minute and 30-second video where I'm trading and managing a trade. Let's see. The overnight strat would be best for people that work, don't need to know anything. Yeah, I mean, you're not gonna. That's like almost like a long-term investing strategy. Like most of the market's gains come from the overnight session, so it's something to keep in mind. I have a free video out there on that one for you guys too on YouTube. RKT moving back up, Twilio looking pretty good. It'd be interesting. All right, so today, let's say 63.24 hits on Twilio. I'd be happy with that. Am I going to do anything with it? Probably not, but I mean, I'll leave it there. Those contracts are up 23% now. I got 220% on the free RKTs, up about 1.5% on the account today, which is pretty good. Tyler, what's up, buddy? How you doing? Tyler, did you hit that double TP on Friday? I know a lot of people did. It was off of this one right here. It was just dirty. I missed it because I wasn't at my desk. I've had so much stuff I've had to do, but in your videos, you do make trading look easy. Well, that's not, I don't want to say that's my goal. It's simple though. But like, again, it's also it's impossible for me to show you the simplicity of what I do in a video like that too. Like you see price come up, hit my entry, and then boom. Like then it just comes back down. Like, yeah, obviously it's going to look really easy. But like that strategy, I tell you guys all the time, like it has like a 30 to 40% win rate. Wayne didn't enter. The way you're delivering, you're a true gem. Nobody's that crystal clear nowadays. They emphasize mostly you selling their course. I know, man. I know. I mean, if you guys are interested in it, go for it. But if not, hang around the streams. Love to have you guys. First time Apex evaluated one day. Oh, you got it? Did you pass? I don't want to say your name because people are going to cancel me for that. So I'll call you OPT. What about capital to start swinging? You thought crypto was good, but looks like in both your courses and live streams, you're not touching it. Well, I mean, it's just not a heavy focus of mine. Like I have a little fun crypto swing account that I actually kind of just transitioned into buying cryptos that I like. I kind of like made a little bit of money on some of the swings and then was just like, well, I mean, I don't really have a lot of long-term exposure to crypto, so I might throw some more money in there, buy some stuff that I like. But again, it works. The Swing Kings course works on both. Your course is great. Thank you, Raphael. Never made a trade anywhere. Anywhere you can go to learn the lingo. Ghost Gilly, hang around these streams. You have any questions, just ask me. I'm always around to answer. Proven strategies that give you an edge in the market is the only way to trade. Thank you, Vix. Jamie, thank you, buddy. Yeah, I mean, all you guys that have hopped in, I think it's been a massive success with your kind of growth as traders. But again, if you guys hang around these streams too, you're gonna learn a lot about everything. Is AMD green? Dude, AMD is almost green on the day. That's insane. That's insane. And I wish more people were in these streams too. I mean, that's kind of like it is kind of my fault, but not really. For telling everybody back in the day that their favorite stock was gonna collapse, and then it did. So I was right, but you know. But I mean, I wish more people knew this stuff and understood trading in this way. Tyler, yeah. So the videos, I haven't uploaded the actual video files in there yet, but if you go into the mastermind section in like Teachable, the links are there to go watch the live stream. So I just have to upload those videos in. Yeah, AMB's trying to go green here. Twilio's still looking pretty good. RKT, I mean, that's a great start to the week here if this thing wants to continue. I mean, it's chopping around doing its thing, but ES is looking pretty good. I want to see what happens with this thing today. I mean, I was looking at this here in the pre-market. This one from the mastermind, this candle right here, 745. But I don't like to trade pre-market. Volume's usually terrible, so not for me. Goal is 6K on 100K on Apex. I think so. I think so. It'll say it on the Apex website. Let's see. Ooh, I don't know, man. We've got like a little less than 15 minutes to go, and you guys have a long way to go to get on the what do you call it? To get on the what do you call it? To get to that 150 like threshold. So I don't know if you guys are gonna get it today, but maybe at some point this week you guys will be able to extend the stream. Let's see. Oh, Techno, there you go, buddy. Which days do I stream it again? Well, this week is gonna be a little bit weird just because I have to go like back for a funeral and it's what do you call it? It's Easter this weekend, so I'll be traveling. But so we're gonna do mastermind tonight with you guys to make sure that I can get both of them done for you guys this week, or at least one of them. So do I look at level 2 market data? No, no. For me, there's no reason to. I kind of went through exactly why a little bit earlier, kind of taking it a little further with Bookmap. But if you want to like scroll back, like I think like 10 minutes, that's when we were talking about it. How does a funded account work? Once you pass their challenge, you get to go trade with a live account, which I mean, it's not, but you're still going to make money with it. There's a profit split. Usually it's 90%. Some of them are now doing 100%. I think that's only the Forex ones that do that. But yeah, then you get to trade with them. You get to withdraw your money, and then you're good. You just got to pass the test first. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. So I don't know. Twilio's looking pretty good, especially if it can hold up here. Great start. I'd love to see that thing continue. RKT is looking all right. I mean, I want to see it break through obviously this high right here that we have the alert on and then really get a little spicy, but maybe today's not the day for that. Yin is up a little bit here. I mean, my initial share purchase is like, I think it was on this day, so I'm red on that, which kind of stinks, but I mean, that's a long-term position there that I'm going to hold. Oh my god, do you need the 30-second time frame to trade effectively? No, 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 no. Bro, who is telling you to trade on the 30-second time frame? I got this question here because I'm going to be starting. Who in their right mind is trading the 30-second time frame? What? What? That's crazy. Who's doing that? I mean, if it works for them, all right. I don't know what the heck they'd be doing on a 30-second time frame, but I just like think about it in terms of data. Like every candle is showing you data. Bigger time frame candles show you more data. That means it's going to be more statistically significant. I don't know what you're going to get from a 30-second candle, man. If you're really hardcore, you go with the 1 second. I don't want to make like who in their right mind is doing that? Oh, you know what it probably is? It's probably the people that think there's one algorithm that controls the market. That's not the case. That's not true. Let's see. Are they on TikTok? I don't know. I'm on TikTok. I don't trade the 30-second time frame. So there's at least one of us. A simple no would have worked? No, now I'm curious as to who's telling others that a 30-second time frame is a smart thing to do. Like, what? Where is this? What about scalpers? Scalpers using 30-second? No, they're not. I don't think they're making any money. I mean, the 1 minute is even too aggressive. The 3 minutes too aggressive. What about Bitcoin? I think it's ripping back up today. I don't know though. I don't know. How's it look? Oh boy. Bitcoin's making a move. I mean, I own a bunch of AVAX in that account. You saw it on a random TikTok? Oh, okay, fair. Yeah. I mean, again, here's the thing though. Like, is it anything is possible in the market. So it's not my place. If somebody else is making a bunch of money trading the 30-second time frame, good for them. It works for them. The problem then becomes is here's the problem that you have as an educator in the trading space. What people don't realize is that what they have the ability to do and what their experience is and what their own personal like thought processes might work for them, but it's not going to work for the vast majority of people. That's why like I craft all my stuff in a very simple, easy to understand way so that everybody with all like experience levels, all like different different like let's say like psychological barriers, let's call it like that, can still take advantage of the strategies. You put a new trader on a 30-second time frame, oh, they're going to get slapped no matter who it is. So AMD is now green. That's hilarious. So shout out to my AMD long-term position that I own at 1139. This is it came up to over like $100,000 total. And then not anymore. So we're gonna see what happens with that. Twilio looking good. RKT pulling back a little bit. The market's coming up into these zones here. Watch this. I mean, you could get a little rejection out of here, but I don't know. I mean, we'll see what happens in these zones here. Good morning, all. What's up, Nate? How you doing, buddy? Yeah, Daniel, you got to be careful that you have open orders. That's also the other thing I always say. If you're going to start trading futures, obviously start by paper trading them so you can really understand the broker. And that's the reason why, because some of them, and I have this problem when you have an order hit like a stop or a take profit that are just limit orders or stops, it leaves the other ones open. So if price then comes and hits your order, you can still no. I don't even trade Forex at all. I trade future stocks and options, and then I play around with crypto with the swing trading strategy sometimes when things look good. Nailed QQQ calls. Port is up 4.5% at a boy AR guy. Easy money from gate 206 at LAX. At a boy. There you go. There you go. Yeah, you guys have been killing it recently. It's awesome. It's awesome to see all you guys having that much success. It's just amazing, man. ES is just below the 200 EMA. Oh, that's interesting. It'd be interesting to see if this thing could go green. Where would that be? Like here on ES? Right around, I would be top of the zone to go green, basically. What time frame do you recommend for a new trader? It doesn't really have to do with time frame. It has to do with strategy. Because if I give you a time frame to trade, let's say I say the 5 minute, what are you going to be doing on the 5 minute is the most important question. So, um, that's the most important part. Like all my like day trades are either coming from the 15-minute time frame or the 5 minute time frame. The leap competition is a paper count. You double check all your positions after you close them to make sure there's no extra orders out there. Yeah, you always have to be doing that. What about Mara? How is RKT's coming back down? That's no fun. I mean, maybe this is the move that we need, and then it consolidates and then gets going. So ideally, I wanted it lower. I wanted it to drop either into here or through here, then pop back up, consolidate, and then we could get a real nice move, potentially back up to like 34. I don't know if we're gonna get that one. And with where it is right here, if we get that consolidation and then it pops, I'd probably take it on shares and not options. That would kind of be what I would want to do on that thing. So where's RKT? Selling off a little, nothing too crazy. Ooh, 6 likes away from 100. Thank you, team. All you guys that haven't hit the like button yet, make sure you guys do that. That's all I really ask for around here. All right, let's see what we got. Reddit's up 11%. That's crazy. So maybe I was wrong. But Mara could be interesting there. I don't know. We'll see. We will see. Either way, it needs a few more days. Let's see. All right, guys. I can run to the bathroom for like 2 seconds. I'll be right back, though. You guys are about to see what like 2 or 3 year veteran streamer, how fast we can go to the bathroom. It's a skill. Sorry, that was a little bit too much information. I'll be right back. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back. We're back. It is truly impressive. Thanks, guys. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. All right. ES kind of rejecting the zone. Twilio settling in. Yeah, I kind of want some more out of RKT here. I mean, that's kind of disappointing that we came right back up to that level and then rejected, but we will see. You're right. That's fast. I told you. I told you, man. Now I wonder how you do it. It's a skill, man. It's a skill just like anything else. Because even if I say I'm going to be right back on the stream, people just leave. And I'm like, dude, I'm going to the bathroom. Like, I'm not like, sometimes I got to use the bathroom. Okay. He's not even going to the bathroom. He just gets up and walks around. Yeah, I've had enough of you guys. I just got to leave for a second. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. AMD back down a little. Let's get TLT on here. Nothing. On my ankle? Oh, God, guys. Yeah, nice action here. I mean, this thing's coming up nicely. No thy bladder. Yeah. Did I wash my hands? Yeah, of course I did. Of course I did. Let's see. Nah, not a millionaire. We're getting there, though. We are getting there. You're liking Kava again? Where is it? Because I want it, but oh, dude, I love this thing. I'm happy it's doing what it's doing right now and didn't get that nice blast through because it could have some opportunity for us here. He has a sound insulated bathroom and he just goes and shouts, "Morons!" and comes back. No. You should get a "Hey there, Delilah" ankle tattoo. No, there were no, you guys did that to me a couple of times, like, years ago on the streams, and then it would get stuck in our heads, and we had a lot of fun things that we used to do on the stream, especially, like, well, the one fun thing that we would do is watch me drink, like, 2 heavy hitter energy drinks every single day and then stream from 8:30 until 4, and that was not healthy, and we can't do that anymore, okay? That's what we have to ask our 4-year-old. Don't you be calling me young over here, because I'll start calling you guys boomers really quick. Don't you worry. Yeah, the Rocky theme song. Twilio back down. ES rejecting. All right, we'll see. Where's RKT? Is that thing moving back down too? Hmm. Yeah, I wouldn't call that a disappointment to its bloodline yet, but Twilio. All right, looks good. No, I turn my mic off when I leave, guys. I hit a button and it goes muted. Let's see. Ooh. Hold on. AMD. All right, guys. It is 10:30 in the morning. That means we're going to be wrapping it up for today. So, team, what a great day on the stream, man. Great start to the week. We've got a lot of tickers with some really, really good potential here. We're going to see how the rest of this week goes. We've got a big week coming up with the GDP revision on Thursday morning, jobs report, and then PCE, the Fed's preferred metric of inflation, coming out on Friday. We haven't really seen any crazy movements out of the market yet. But obviously, again, we have a lot of time left this week for that to happen. So, team, again, for those of you guys that still want to hop in, get that 50% off deal to all of the courses there. Here's the link right here. Again, all you got to do is select the all-in-one access and you get both the day trading mastery course and the Swing Kings course. So again, once you guys hop in, you start watching the videos, you guys have any questions about anything, just shoot me a DM on Instagram or Twitter. I'm always around to answer. Team, I will see you guys later tomorrow, 9 a.m. again. I'm pretty sure. Again, it might be a little bit of a weird week here because I might have to go back to Connecticut, come back, do all sorts of stuff, but I'm going to make sure we're good. And then mastermind tonight with everyone. So we have our 5th mastermind lesson tonight. Oh, are you talking about the video? The picture of me that I put on Twitter? That's now my new profile picture of me, like, just looking like an awesome, just like James Bond character. Yeah. All right, guys. I'll see you guys later. Peace.